I'm Joy the gardener, and today I wanted to make a grocery store bouquet. So I was in the grocery store, I saw, the ones that are already made up. Before I used to just get them, undo them, and just plop them into a vase. But now what I do is I separate the flowers into piles. So I've got my greenery, any flowers, just all separated. Anything that's the same is all on the same pile. So what I do is usually I get my first flower, which is the biggest, and it's this one here. It's like a cabbage, flowering cabbage. And what you want to do is that if there's any leaves that are kind of wilty, just take them off. And you always want to make sure that your stems are nice and clean, because when you put them into the water, you don't want leaves going into the water because it'll contaminate the water and your flowers won't last as long. So I'm going to use this first, since it's the biggest flower. And then I'm going to get the spiked mum and just put it, so I'm going on an angle. I thought I'll just maybe take a couple of these off. And then I'm just going to put it on an angle. And then I'm just going to turn it. And then I have some roses. Oops. And sometimes if the roses, I'm going to take off the just the leaves. But if the roses aren't quite open, you can always just blow a bit. But in a few days, they will start to open, or if it's in a warmer area. So I'm going to put that on an angle. And then I'm just going to turn it. So I'm going to get the other spiked mum and just put it at the side. And then I'm just going to turn it. So all the bigger flowers, oops, I'm just going to grab this. All the bigger flowers are going to go in the center. And you don't want to hold it too tight so you can move things around. So I'm going to get another rose, just put it on an angle and just turn. And then I'm going to get, this is called Ossomeria. So I'm just going to put it, I'm going to take a few of the leaves off at the bottom. Not that these will go in the water, but it'll just look nicer. So I'm just going to put it on an angle and then just turn. So any leaves you just want to, and then you can always just adjust as we go. Just make sure you're not losing anything, nothing's dropping down too much. And then I'll get another rose. I'll put it on an angle, just take off, and then I'm going to turn it. And then I have some spray roses here. So I'm just going to take off the leaves. So you can do this ahead of time, but I just wanted to show you when I was demonstrating how to do it. So I'm just going to put them on an angle, and then I'm going to turn it. And then I have some more big Alstroemeria, so I'm just going to take some of the leaves off. But leaving some of the foliage at the top is nice because it gives it a nice look. So I'll put it like that on an angle and just turn. So I'm just going to move things around, so I'm not holding it too tight, as I said before, and just moving it around. So you can see so far what I have. And then I'll get some of the smaller mums here. Just take some of these leaves off. It's got a nice green, and I'm just going to put it to the side on an angle, and then I'm just going to turn it. I'm just moving things around, and I'll get the other one. There's only one more of these. Just take off some of the foliage here, and I'll just put it on the other side on an angle, and I'll just turn. So I'm just going to move some of the flowers up just so I can see everything. And then the Alstroemeria, the last one, I'll put it over to this side on an angle, and then I'm just going to turn it. So I'm just adjusting to make sure I can see my main flowers. They're not going to be hidden down there. That's why we just hold it nice and light. Just move it around. And now we have some of the greenery. So I have some ruscus. I'm going to just take the bottom part off. I'm just going to put it on an angle and then turn. And I have another one of the ruscus. So I'm going to just put on an angle and then turn it. So you can see what I have so far, and I'm just moving them out a little bit, just so I can see nothing's getting buried. And then I have some salal. which I'm going to put on an angle. And then I'm just going to turn it again. And then I'm going to get one more of the salal, put it at the side, and then just turn it. And now we have, the last greenery is the leather leaf fern, which I really like because it lasts a long time. A lot of people don't like it because it seems so common and everything, but I really like it and it gives a nice look, but it does last a long time. So I'm putting it on one side and then turning, and then the other one is going on the other side. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to adjust my flowers just so I can see everything. Let's bring this out a bit. Make sure my rose is coming out. Smells nice. It's nice in January to be playing with some flowers. Okay, so that's my bouquet. So you can just, until you're happy with it, I think that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna move that up a little bit. So then I have a vase. So what you do is when you have your vase, I've already put, usually they all come with a little flower food, so I put that in there. And then it depends on where you want your flowers to land in the vase. So I want them to sit right around the top. So I'm just gonna go like this and think, okay, that's where it's gonna sit. So the bottom's there, so I'm gonna start cutting from here. So you can always, if you're nervous about cutting it, you can always cut it a bit longer first and then try it in the vase, see what it looks like. And if you want to cut it a little bit shorter, you can. And I'll see where that sits. See, it's too high. It's better to cut a couple of times than to cut too short. And then you have no choice, you have to leave it where it is. So you just cut it. And I made sure that there's no leaves that are going to be in the water. And you want to change your water. I'd probably change it, if not every day, every other day, just to keep it nice and fresh. The flowers will last longer. Maybe a little bit shorter. And for flower food, if you don't have any, I have a video on my YouTube channel that goes through how to make your own flower food. So you can go there. It's Joanne Rachfalowski is my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to put it in here. So I'm pretty happy with that. And there you go. And now you can put it in your kitchen or family room, dining room, and you have a nice bouquet to enjoy through the winter. So that was just at the grocery store, so pick it up, just play with them, just sort them out like I did, and it's a lot of fun, and it looks really nice. So thank you, and I'll be doing another video soon. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.